Book 1, Chapter 4. Circa 1969. Two boys have cornered Ben behind the school gym. You're both in my class. Can't you find someone else to pick on? Probably, but where's the fun in that? What do you want? If it's my dinner money, just take it. We don't want your cash, do we, Andy? We like messing with you. Grandad's little orphan boy. We'll have your money too once we've carved you up a bit. The strikingly blonde Pete pulls out a penknife. Zoe peers around the corner of the gym block. On seeing the unfolding action, she recoils and scurries away. Stick it in his jelly belly, Pete. Let's see what comes out. Ben backs away, but cold brick brings him to a halt. His two classmates close in. Pete lunges forward. Ben tries to evade the knife, but his shirt button gets caught and flies off. The strike has exposed a chubby porcelain belly. I'm going to open this little piggy up. Ben raises his hands in surrender. His attackers have no interest in fair play. Go lower this time. Cut 'em off, Pete. Pete thrusts out again. This time, Ben manages to hop sideways, avoiding the blade. Make him dance. Edging closer, Pete lunges yet again. Ben moves even more quickly this time. His assailant almost loses balance. Fat pig's faster than he looks, but it's time to hear you squeal. Dragging a grey-haired teacher behind her, Zoe breaks the school's rules by entering the no-man's land behind the gym. Pete catches sight of Pitty Puston, the deranged head of English. Puston is immediately identifiable by his blue shirt with a once white collar and huge dark circles under his armpits. Pete hides the knife. Andy scarpers to the other side of the building. Pete is close behind. What are you boys doing here? You know this is out of bounds. Ben lollops off towards the playground, only to receive a powerful smack at the back of his head. Don't let me catch you here again, or you'll be back for a Saturday early. Puston turns to Zoe, wearing a cruel smile. And you? I thought you said someone was being murdered. I'd be only too happy to. Get back to the playground and patch up your idiotic friend's shirt. Zoe catches up with Ben. Zoe, why is this still happening to me? We're not even that new anymore. Shouldn't this place be getting better? She places her hand on the back of Ben's shoulder. I think we've just been unlucky. Most of the teachers say we're the worst year they can remember. The others just say they hate kids. I don't think we've ended up at a good school. Ben's eyebrows are raised so high they disappear under his fringe. You can say that again. You're my sanity, Zoe Angel. If it weren't for you, I'd have done something stupid by now. Finished myself off and saved those numpties the effort. It's not like I can get Grandad to come in and beat anyone up. Being in your 70s and having bad knees isn't exactly the right credentials. Zoe considers adding more words of consolation, but decides against them. Later that afternoon, Zoe and Ben are enjoying the safety of their own quiet road, standing outside the house Ben shares with his granddad. In contrast to Zoe's immaculate frontage, just a few doors away on the opposite side of the road, here, creepers cover almost everything. Ben's front garden is also decorated with discarded bicycle paths and a waterlogged street cone. As if to fully complete the look of dereliction, a gate hangs, twisted and broken on a final hinge. Ben and Zoe regard the dying wooden structure. Most days I feel like that gate, Zoe. She ignores Ben's words, more interested in the content of his hand. Benjamin, what have you got there? Ben glances at his friend. It's just a penknife. Must have fallen out of Pete's pocket. I saw it on the classroom floor in the last period. What are you going to do with that? I feel like today was some kind of last straw. I know we're not actually related, Zoe, but I thought we could change that by taking a vow together. A blood pact. I think you should go inside and have a lie down. You have heard of blood brothers, haven't you? I've heard of blood poisoning and tetanus too. They're the sorts of things my mum talks about for fun. It's just a way of saying, I'll be there for you, Zoe. We'd have an unbreakable bond, the two of us, willing to lay down our lives for each other, no matter what. I already look out for you, Ben, don't I? Do we really need to do this? Something happened earlier when those guys were trying to cut chunks out of me. It suddenly seemed like I had all the time in the world. Maybe it was adrenaline, but I felt like I was looking down at the three of us, not out. I remember my granddad mentioning something like that happening to him years ago, when he was under fire in the services. There's more to this world than most people see. Well, we're agreed on that. That doesn't mean I want to have a big cut from that dodgy knife, though. Zoe pulls a thin piece of black gauze from her inside pocket. Removing one of 3 pins, she checks it for sharpness with her finger. Isn't once a day enough for that? Mended your shirt, didn't I? Give me your thumb. Ben hesitates. Zoe grabs Ben's right fist, pulling it towards her, jabbing the pin into his thumb with her free hand. Ow! You could have said you were going to do that. Ben goes to suck his injury, but Zoe holds his wrist tight. After a moment, he stops pulling and watches the blood ooze. Zoe sticks the pin into her thumb. The two stand for a moment, admiring the dark liquid seeping from their bodies. Then Zoe rubs her thumb against Ben's. There, it's done. Any special words? That really hurt. In that case, I'll say a few. Blood travels, merges and binds. A part of you with me combines. To give balance for my part, warm red life races through your heart. Powers that witness from near and far. Bless our becoming as you are. Accompanied by the background sound of Ben's granddad fumbling at the front door from inside, Zoe ends the impromptu ceremony. Ben has been stunned into speechlessness. Seems like I've got myself a new crybaby blood brother. Zoe laughs, but, as is her way, does so whilst ensuring her top lip covers her front teeth. Whatever that was, amen. Whatever what was? We're an odd couple, you and I, Miss Angel. Couple? You'll be lucky. Ben's chubby cheeks redden and the front door begins to open. You want one of Grandad's ham sandwiches, if he's not too distracted searching for that bloomin' pocket watch. He's convinced he makes the best in the world. Says he knows that for a fact because he's sailed the 7 seas. At last, Ben's elderly but bright-eyed guardian has the front door wide. What nonsense is Benjamin Bunny rabbiting on about today? You should know by now that the things I've shared with him are beyond top secret. The old man winks at Zoe. She giggles whilst at the same time, and unseen by Ben, relieving her new blood brother of the carelessly discarded penknife